Well, hello, my gorgeous friends, and welcome to Venus Vibes for Friday, December 24th. Can you believe it? Tomorrow will be Christmas. But in the meantime, we are going to be soaking up our V vibes. So if things are really crazy in your household, I feel you, I see you, I'm sending you all the love because it's just as bonkers as at my place, and my child could be in here at any second. And that's just what it is right now. So I've set up the new mic and hopefully our sound quality is fantastic. I've also got our tuning forks to ground and settle us in. For those of you who don't know who I am, welcome. I'm Tara Kindon. This is my channel, and I'm so excited to share all the information I have for you on human design, how I integrate astrology in my human design readings, as well as incorporating in Venus, not only the planet Venus, but the Venus star point. So as we spend more time together, I'm going to be unveiling more information for you to study, go deeper into your own understanding of who you are and how you can really express the parts of you that may be a little underexpressed right now. And it's an opportunity to really step into your worth, your value, and your power as the beautiful creator you are. So let's begin. If you are sitting, you can close your eyes and take a couple deep breaths. If you are driving, do not do that, but you can breathe. I'm going to tune us in with the earth frequencies first. So this is to bring us into resonance with the earth's energetic frequency, and it is C and G. I use the Biosonics tuning forks. They are my absolute favorite. They have a beautiful resonance, and I'm hoping that this mic picks them up a little bit better than the computer mic. So here we go. Take a deep breath. And just let that soak in. Allow yourself to feel really settled, really present. That's the gift of tuning our body. As we would tune a guitar, we tune our body, hence the forks. So welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm going to share my screen and show you the human design chart for the transits. I don't know where this is going to fire my picture, but it doesn't matter. So welcome. You can see here the date is the 24th. I'm using 12 noon and Eastern Standard Time, Toronto time. Now, when we look at this beautiful chart, this is the transit chart. So what does this mean for you? Well, your natal chart is always the most important chart. You always refer to your natal chart first, but the transit chart shows you what's being illuminated as the planets move, and they are always moving. Okay, they're always moving around. They're, sometimes slowing down or coming to a stop and then changing direction, but they're always moving or stationing. So as that happens, it changes the energy and vibe of your chart and gives you access to different energies, which is very cool. And it's a reminder to all of us that we all have all of the chart. So when you look at your own chart, if you're a generator, manifesting generator, manifestor, projector, reflector, that energy can be changed throughout the day, the month, the year, the second. We're constantly changing and experiencing different energies. So this chart is an emotional manifesting generator, and it gives us this whole connection here and a more emotional access to creative energy. So when people have emotional solar plexus as their authority, I like to remind them that instead of thinking of it as being very, emotional and having to ride this emotional wave, well, it is emotion. It's just energy and motion, but it's also a beautiful creative energy to dive into and go deep into exploring the things you're wanting to really create and bring forward into the world. It's a beautiful place to be journaling or tapping into new parts of yourself, walking, to help get the juices flowing on ideas and things. But in when you have this emotional definition, you can feel more melancholic, you can feel more depression, you can feel more sensitive to energy, emotion, sorry. And with that, a way to help you navigate the lower end of that wave, or the, the maybe deeper, darker side of it, is to dive into something that lights you up, dive into something that really feels good to you, whatever that is. So like I said, during this time, we may be experiencing more of that melancholic energy. So it's something for you to focus on, is what makes me feel good, what lights me up, what's fun, and do more of that to help you move forward. So we're not going to go through all of the planets. What I do want to talk to you about first is that Venus is still in Capricorn and she's retrograde. She's conjunct Astrea and Pluto today, okay, which don't show up on this, but I'm also going to show you the astrology chart so that you can actually see them together. But Venus had moved into gate 60 on the 22nd. She moved back into the 61 because she went retrograde, right? So as she was retrograding back, she moved back into the 61 with Pluto. Now, if you look up here, this is where the 61 is. This is up in the head center. So it's that gate of wonder. It's really playing in the space of potentials, reconfiguring or thinking about. It's not doing anything, but it's about thinking about how things are, how you'd like to see things change. Okay. So you see her here. She's over here on the personality side. You look down here to the black side here, and she's in 61-6, which the 6 is the expression of the role model. So she's in wonder, but she's setting an example. She's setting the tone. She's showing other people here how to potentially do something different. Okay. Reworking those values. Remember, Venus is all about values. Okay. And unconsciously, she's sitting in the 43 here, which is insights. So she could be unconsciously, you could be experiencing interesting insights flowing through to you. They just have no idea where they're coming from. They're almost like ahead of their time, but trust it because it's unconscious to you, but it is still there and valid and could be very interesting. We also look here. So on the other side of this gate, which makes the connection from the head to the ajna, that's 6124 running through here, you have your Uranus here. Remember, Uranus is like shaking things up. So he's encouraging that potentiality, the wonder, like, okay, so what if we did do this thing? How could this look? And then he's shaking things up, right? Pluto is transforming, helping Venus think, transform, do all the things. And then Uranus is like, well, maybe not. So play in the space of wonder, potential. I wanted to talk to you about Astrea, but I think I'll do that when I show you the astrology chart. So it's easier to understand. But remember, wonder, 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 wonder. Are you thinking big enough? Are you looking from a new perspective, not trying to figure out the why, because you don't need to here. This is that retrograde time where we're just playing in the space of possibility and potential. Okay. So that's where Venus is again. And remember, she gets to set this role model example, this new way of looking at things, kind of like a trailblazing energy up in this space. So that's what the chart is looking like right now for your human design. I'm going to stop this share and come back for a hot second. I'm going to share with you now the astrological chart so you can see how they're conjunct. Like, we have an absolute ton of planets happening in Capricorn at the moment. Okay, so they're all up here. We have the sun, we have Juno, we have Mercury, who is is out of bounds again. And let me just, out of bounds planet means like they're not running as they normally do. They are taking things, they're pulling from way out there. So sometimes communication can be just like disconnected because it's just not as smooth and easy, or it's not running the way it should be, which is kind of can allow you to be thinking in a totally different way, which I love. I have natal Mercury out of bounds, so it's my thing. We have the white moon here. Look, there's Astrea, Pluto, and you have Venus all together. They're all together right now because Venus is retrograding. So these two are in gate 61 in your human design chart, but showing up here in the 11th house, which is all about higher self. It's all about groups. So just thinking about this energy and this vibe here, with this conjunction to Pluto, what it's asking you is to renegotiate your relationships, how you relate to others, and your money. How do you feel about your money? What do you want to change there? Communicate your feelings with compassion. And remember, because Mercury is out of bounds, it could be creating some tension. It could be creating a conflict in communication. So come from a place of compassion first, because this can be a really positive relationship change that supports and sustains you going forward. So the other thing with Astrea, just so you guys have an understanding of like who she is and what she is all about, she's a virgin goddess of justice, innocence, and purity. So she's also she carries with her the thunderbolt of Zeus, because Zeus actually put her up in the constellation of Virgo. So some call her the star maiden or the star goddess. So what's interesting about this is with Venus retrograde in the underworld with Pluto, and then you have Astrea here, who's like the goddess of justice. When we go into the Venus star point, which will be happening on January the 8th, we're already feeling this energy. Okay, you guys might be feeling a little bit different, more fired up, more aware of things, getting a little bit more feisty. That's because she's going to turn from evening star into morning star. And she's also being like very tight to Astrea, who's wants justice for all and innocence and that purity. And she's going to be very precise about how she goes after it. And I mean, she has a thunderbolt, so that's all I got to say about that. So it's an interesting time. I think that, more women or more of the feminine within all of us is waking up to this vibration of, wait a second, this isn't working for me anymore. And however that is for you. So I'm going to stop this share and come back to you so that I can speak into your hearts. But that there is this vibe or this passion, erupting almost from everyone, all of us, maybe more slow for some and more quickly for others, who just really are hungry for change and hungry to make a difference and can see the bigger picture and saying like what we're seeing, future seeing, forecasting, visioneering, as opposed to where we are right now could be so different, but that it's really important to come from this place of love, groundedness, understanding of our value, understanding of our importance, and really realizing how each of us plays such an integral role in the bigger picture of life and all of the things. So having said all of that, while we're enjoying the holidays, we also really need to be aware of giving compassion to ourselves, taking care of ourselves first, because it's, a really critical time. And I am going to just show you again the HD chart, because the sun is still sitting in gate 10, self-love, and the earth is sitting in the 15, which is compassion, both coming off the heart center, both asking us or reminding us to be in love, to come from love. You must give yourself compassion first before you can give it to anyone else. So that's all for today, everyone. Before I let you go, that's V Vibes finished for today. I hope you found that really helpful and maybe might give you some insights on how to navigate holiday time. But let's close out with Venus. So actually, I'm going to tap her off of a rose quartz, which is the stone for compassion, for love, for all the things Venus. Rose quartz can also be the color of the heart or you can use emerald, whichever. So here we go. Beautiful time for journaling, friends. Beautiful time for just being present for yourself and for those whom you love and you're around. So much love to all of you. I will see you next week on Friday for Venus Vibes and on Monday for the Weekly Freak. Thank you so much for joining me. For those of you who are looking to go deeper into your own charts and your own Venus activations, you can go to my website, www.tarakinden.com. And there's also a fundamentals course on human design if you're wanting the basics for only $33. So I hope you take me up on those offers, and I will see you next week. Take care, everyone.